Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So, as you can probably hear from my voice, I am sick. I feel like I've made a lot of videos when I'm sick. I've just been getting sick a lot lately. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm pretty sure that I have strep throat. So that's super fun. This is the 19th time that I have had strep throat in my life. So that's super fun and fantastic and fun and fresh. It's just something that my mom used to get a lot. I think it just runs in our family. We just all get strep throat a lot. We're all screwed. We all have terrible genes. So, being the kind of person that I am, I can't just lay down and be sick even though I would love to. I have to go to work and move on with my life and pretend like I'm not sick. I have a very busy weekend ahead of me. Hi everybody, it's Editing Chloe here. I just wanted to let you guys know that my hair, especially since I've been sick, just within the past few weeks has been thinning a lot more, and I've just been having a lot of struggles with my alopecia. So my hair in this video is so bad. My hair is just losing. I'm balding. So please, it's something that's very embarrassing. Please don't be too alarmed or disturbed by it. We're going to do a little mukbang. I got some food right here that I probably should not be eating, and I have some Sister Starbucks, courtesy of my wonderful boyfriend. It's actually funny. My boyfriend and my roommate both work at Starbucks, so I just free Starbucks for me. I do pay a lot of the time though, so I feel like it balances out. Also, if you see a wind coming towards me, it's because I have a fan on. I might turn it off because this is a little bit distracting, but it is January, but for some reason in New Orleans it is so hot, so I was a little sweaty. I know I look kind of dewy right now, but it's not. It's sweat, I promise. For those of you who don't know, I am Spanish, so I know I don't look Spanish or act Spanish or talk Spanish. It's because I never grew up with my Spanish family, and my father is now passed away, who was Costa Rican. He passed away about a year ago, so don't really have much touch with that side of my family. But point of what I'm saying is I literally ate these when I was little. I've just eaten them all throughout my life. It's the area where I live, there's a lot of Spanish people, so they have like tons of like small little Spanish restaurants and things like that. So this is like literally like a hole in the wall place, and they make the best like authentic food. So I got some baleadas, and I'm gonna show you them. If you have never had this, like, you just haven't lived. You just haven't, but you have to get it from the right place. This is it right here, and it looks massive, and it is massive. Basically inside of it, they have like this type of cheese, the Spanish cheese. I can't really explain it. It looks so gross on camera, but it's not, I promise. It has like meat and like some beans and avocado and like this cheese stuff, and just the way they make the tortillas and everything, it is just heavenly. Heavenly. Oh my god. That is so good. I literally have not had one of these in like a year maybe. Oh my god. When I was in high school, one of the girls who I went to high school with, her mom used to make these and she would sell them at school. I used to buy them all the time. And I can't explain the flavor. Just delicious is the flavor. Alright, so let's start spilling some tea. By the way, I'm using natural lighting right now, so if it changes a little bit, it's because, you know, sun's moving by, they got clouds, stuff like that, so you're just gonna have to ignore it. Alright, so let's talk about some things that have been going on in the beauty community and the YouTube world. So let's talk about Givenchy's new shade range. Thomas Halpert had made a tweet, and I know a lot of people don't like Thomas Halpert, but I like him. Of course, me always liking the people who are controversial, but I like him. I enjoy his channel. Never did anything to me personally, so whatever. Not really familiar with all his scandals, to be honest, so I can't really speak on any of them, but whatever, not the point. Point is, he made a tweet, and I think it made a lot of sense. Basically, in his tweet, he had stated that Givenchy was literally only doing this for like PR, only doing this to like get attention, and I kind of agree to some extent. I feel like just the way the world is and just everything that has happened with like, especially like with the Shape Tape Foundation. I had to flip the camera around to show you guys my little angel. She's sniffing around. Hi, baby. She's fighting with the curtain behind the camera. I think to some extent, yes, they might have just been trying to like get their name out there and like, you know, just trying to make themselves relevant, because Givenchy, of course, is a well-known, you know, clothing and accessory brand and things like that. But when was the last time you were shopping for makeup and you were like, wow, can't wait to try that new Givenchy highlighter? Like, that just doesn't happen. I feel like their makeup is kind of irrelevant, and from what I've heard from people, their makeup is like kind of a flop. So I just feel like maybe they were just trying to, you know, get their name out there. But also, someone else made a good point. I don't remember who it was, but I was kind of thinking this too. I think that bigger brands like that just kind of don't care. I can't remember which brand it was that had came out with, maybe it was Lancome. I know now Lancome has that foundation that has like a ton of shades, but couldn't remember. Maybe it was Dior. No, I think it was Estee Lauder. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Point is that someone had made this point, and they were saying that this brand had said that the reason that they only make lighter shades and things like that is because only like white people, people of lighter skin are the main people who buy their products, like kind of trying to insinuate that people of darker skin like don't have the money to afford it or aren't looking for those kind of things. I don't think that's right, but I think that that's probably Givenchy, what they were trying to do. I don't know how much that foundation is, but I can imagine it's not cheap. So they just automatically assume in their mind that people of darker skin aren't going to go out and buy however much that foundation is, you know what I mean? Which is not right. But I think that it was probably more of that versus them trying to get their name out there and do PR. Just, it's wrong altogether. I just feel like with everything that's happening in the world as a whole, and I feel like Fenty Beauty was kind of like revolutionary in the sense that, I mean, I know a lot of foundations had, you know, multiple shades before. Like, I remember when the Fenty Beauty one had came out, someone had said that, I think it was Makeup Forever or Cover FX, I can't remember. They had made a foundation around the same time, if not a little bit before, with a million foundation shades as well. And I remember them saying that they were like, I don't know why everyone's acting like Rihanna's the first one to do this. Other companies have done this too. And I think that, I'm sure a ton of companies have made, you know, shade ranges that are for everyone. Before that, obviously so. If people of darker skin wear foundation, you know, obviously at least one brand has a shade for them. But I think that when Rihanna did it, it was more, obviously Rihanna's makeup line was more like out in the open because she's a celebrity and nobody was kind of expecting her to make a makeup line, you know what I mean? She's a celebrity first, and a lot of people love her as a celebrity before her makeup thing. So I think whenever she decided that she was going to make all those foundation shades, I think it was really kind of revolutionary what she did, because I think it made a lot of brands realize, because of the positive feedback that she had gotten from that, I think it made a lot of brands realize, like, wow, we should, you know, really start being more inclusive and making more foundation shades. Because I feel like ever since the Fenty foundation had came out, whatever it's called, Pro Longwear, is that what it's called? Whatever. Ever since that foundation has come out, I feel like I've seen a lot more brands be more inclusive when it comes to, you know, shade range and just powder range, and like the Physicians Formula, the butter bronzer, they came out with more shades of that. I never thought that was gonna happen because there was like one set formula, you know what I mean? So just things like that, I feel like they kind of set the path for people to expand from there. So I feel like for something or some brand like Givenchy to just come and kind of like shit on everyone and be like, nah, we're still gonna do 10 shades of white, this is not right. Maybe you won't get it unless you're Spanish or if you've had one of these before, but this just looks so good. Ah! She's literally right behind the camera right now. She keeps knocking the curtain back in the way. I probably should start putting on some makeup now. Okay, so I got some new Wet n Wild stuff to try out. I got one of these little primer waters, and it's funny. So it comes in 3 scents. It has a rose one, a coconut one, and a cucumber one. And I have rose water. I have a coconut primer spray, the Smashbox one, but the Nicole Concealia collab, so it's coconut. I have those, so I was like, let me try out the cucumber one. But here's the thing. I literally hate cucumbers. So my question to myself is, if you hate cucumbers, why would you get a cucumber spray, Chloe? I just kind of don't think sometimes, but it's okay. It was only like $3, and if I don't like it, I'll just give it to one of my friends. I'm not really too worried about it. Just holding my face by the fan and letting it dry. I'm at 500 and something subscribers right now. By the way, thank you so much. But whenever I do hit 1,000, when and if, I am going to be doing a giveaway. So I might go to the store and pick up all 3 of these since they're on sale for $3 right now, and I might throw all of those in the giveaway. There's a few other things that I'm going to get for my giveaway, but it's going to be a good one. I'm not trying to be dramatic. You can't really see it on camera, but I feel like my redness is like coming out more now that I've sprayed that spray. But we're just going to keep moving, and hopefully it's not the spray. Look how red my face is turning. I just went back to one of my other clips to see if my face was this red before, and it definitely wasn't. So I hope I'm not having an allergic reaction to this. I am allergic to watermelon, but this didn't say that it was a cucumber melon situation, and there's no ingredients on it, so that's perfect. Well, I have all my makeup sitting up here, by the way, if you're like, why you keep reaching up there. I guess let's just move on and see what happens. So I got the Wet n Wild foundation stick, and I think the shade I got is too dark. We'll see. I think I can just make it work. If I'm a little tanner, that's okay. But I got it a little darker because I know summer's coming up and I'm gonna want to use it if I like it. And lately I've just been wanting to go a little darker with my foundation because I feel like sometimes if I use a stupid light foundation, like the color of my skin, I look so pale and I look like a literal ghost, and I'm just not here for it. I don't want to be pale. I want to be tan and pretty and bronze. By the way, I don't know if I even said what this is on my face. This is the Wet n Wild foundation stick. Let me tell you something. On camera, it's not that bad, but in person, ooh, she real dark. This foundation is a lot darker than my skin, so we're just gonna have to blend down the neck real good. But the thing too is also, y'all know I like a sheer coverage foundation, so it's not gonna be like cake like brown on my face. It's just like a little darker than my skin, that's it. I just wanted to say too, I don't want anyone in the comments to be like, if you have strep throat, please go to the doctor, blah blah blah, it's contagious. Like, I know, like I said, I've had strep throat 19 times in my life, which is real fun. But because of the fact that I've had it so many times, I know how to treat it, I know what to do, and I actually have some medicine that my doctor had prescribed for me last time I had it, because the last time I had it was less than a year ago, so the medicine isn't even expired yet. So I'm just taking that right now because I really just don't have time nor the will to go to the doctor. I hate going to the doctor, so I'm just trying to avoid doing that, and I'm just going to take my medicine that I have, and I'm just going to see if that works. And also, my boyfriend has been sick the past few days, who I live with, so of course I'm with him all the time, doing things with him, so of course I'm going to catch it from him. But he's been sick as well, so I think that's also contributing to it. The only reason that I'm like pretty sure that I have strep throat is because whenever the difference between a sore throat or a cold or the flu or strep throat is your tonsils in the back, or the back of your throat, whatever it is, will actually swell up, and instead of it just swelling up, it'll kind of look like cottage cheese almost, and you'll start to develop white spots. So I have about 3 white spots right now. I only had 1 yesterday, and as of last night I grew 2 more. It's not, I mean, it's pretty painful, but it's not the worst strep throat I've ever had. I'm still able to eat and drink, which is good. I don't know if it's going to get worse, but like I said, I started taking medicine last night, and I've been feeling like a little, you know, a cold for the past few days, but I wasn't sure that I had strep throat. I thought that I had just like caught the flu or whatever my boyfriend had, but when I saw the spots yesterday, I was like, shit. So I ended up getting my medicine that I had, and I started taking it last night, so I feel like I caught my sickness pretty early, whereas normally I would let it run out because I'm just not the kind of person who likes taking medicine and doing things like that. But this time I'm like, let's just nip this in the bud because I have a really busy weekend. I have work the next 3 nights, and then after that I'm actually, y'all know I'm from New Orleans, said it in this video, said it a million times, I'm walking in a parade because it's almost Mardi Gras, so I'm gonna be in a parade on Sunday. So I just have a busy weekend and I just don't have time to get sick. Honestly guys, I don't know if my neck is like too light. I might blend down my neck later. I don't have the energy right now. But first impressions, it looks really good. I'm impressed. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, the liquid foundation, and when I had first got it a while back, I really liked it, and I tried it again recently and I didn't like it that much. But I don't know if it's just because mine is like super old, like maybe it's expired. Definitely got it like over a year ago, so it could just be expired, or my skin just could have changed. But I really like this foundation stick. My skin, like, it's definitely not full coverage, but then again, I didn't put a lot. But for giving me, like, for me, what I look for in a foundation is for it to kind of like even my skin out. Like, I still want to see some redness. I still, well, you know, I don't want to be like red and pimply, but I still want to see some actual skin texture underneath. That's just my personal look. Like, if I have, like right here, I just have like some bumpy areas and it's texture, like, I like to see that through my foundation. I don't like the full cake look. It's just not my thing. So for what I like, I think this foundation stick is really good. Sometimes I hate doing foundation sticks down my neck because I feel like sometimes no matter how hard I buff them out, it just doesn't, like, the lines don't come out or something. I find that with my L'Oreal foundation stick, if I don't like blend it immediately down my neck, I still see streaks. Even when I do blend it out, I feel like I still see streaks, even though I blend it, or I try to do it this way across. When I put the stripes like this, I try to, you know, blend it that way. That could just be my lack of skill, again, like always, but whatever. Wait, I'm so funny, guys. Does anyone besides me ever like do a double chin to like see if your neck's blended? Like, I'm like, I always do that to see if it's blended in the creases. Some people might be grossed out that I'm like sick and like doing makeup and eating and stuff, but I might just be a gross person. So I had grabbed a concealer from upstairs while my makeup stuff was. I was gonna use the LA Girl Pro Concealer, but I realized that I didn't grab a setting powder. And if I use concealer, I'm gonna have to set it because my under eyes crease so bad because I don't know if you can see it, but I have natural creases under my under eyes. I just have very puffy eyes naturally. Because I'm sick, it's even worse. So I know it's gonna settle into my creases. The foundation, honestly, is not that tacky. Like, I feel like it'll be fine to not set it. So I might just not use concealer, and I might just do like some brows and some quick eye stuff. Have you guys heard what Kat Von D got herself into this time? Like, I swear to God, it's like every other week I'm like, huh, what did Kat Von D do this time? And, you know, I think it really sucks because I think Kat Von D's brand is fantastic. I've tried her little Metal Crush eyeshadows, or whatever those are. I've tried those. I've tried the concealer, the Lock-It concealer. I've tried the foundation, which the foundation for my skin doesn't work well. But when I worked at Sephora, I tried it on a bunch of clients that I had, and it worked very well for their skin. It's just not good for my skin type. So I like the foundation. And also, y'all know I don't like full coverage. So that's another reason why. But I like the foundation. I like that. And let me tell you, her liquid lipsticks are probably my favorite liquid lipstick formula of all time. And if she wasn't so controversial and like just not doing things that I agree with, I would so own every single lipstick that she has. I have 4 of her lipsticks. I had another one, but I gave it to a friend because I ended up not liking the color on myself. It was like a mauve, but I feel like it came out a little bit more purple on me than I wanted it to, and I can't do that purpley pink color. It just looks weird on me. So I gave it to a friend. But aside from that, her liquid lipstick formula is so good, and I just think her brand is good in general, and I think it's really sad that she has to be so controversial and like starting stuff all the time, because I would love to support her brand, but I can't. You know what's funny? This eyebrow is naturally thicker than this one, but somehow every time I do my brows, I end up making this one thicker. I think it's because maybe like I'm trying so hard to make it bigger that it comes out huge. I don't know. That's as good as it's gonna get, folks. Okay, so back to Kat Von D. For those of you who don't know, basically some girl posted on Facebook. I have it screenshotted. Maybe I'll insert it. Maybe I won't. If you're watching this video, you know if I inserted it or not. But basically, this girl had made this little post, and she was like, I opened up my Kat Von D liner, and basically there's a small size inside of it, and it's not going to make sense unless I post a picture, so I'm probably just going to post the picture. So yeah, so when that happened, the internet literally went crazy. Everyone was like ripping their liners apart and like ripping other liners apart, and somebody actually ripped apart their Fenty liner, and they were like, all makeup companies are scamming us, and the travel size is the same as the big size. So Kat Von D actually ended up coming out and saying that, you know, the same containers inside both, but the fill lines are different. You know, I don't know how I feel. I'm not gonna, you know, there's no way for me to weigh the liner, find out if she's telling the truth or not, and whether she is or not, actually, I don't know. You know, it's funny, the tattoo liner is actually the only thing from Kat Von D that I don't like, and I have tried, and it's funny because everybody loves it, so it's making me think that maybe I just got like a dud one, because when I used it, I'm telling you, it literally was so dry, it dried out so fast, it didn't work, it just was patchy, and it wasn't good, and I know that a lot of people have had different experiences with it, which is why I feel like maybe the one that I had was just a bad one. So, I mean, I guess in the future I would try it again, but I don't really wear eyeliner enough to where I feel like I would want to, you know, go out my way and purchase it. But basically, Kat made a post and basically had said, you know, everybody calm down. It's the same packaging on the inside, but the fill line is different, which I don't know if she was just trying to, you know, save herself. I really honestly don't know. So I can't speak on that, but everybody lost their mind. Jeffree Star was tweeting, and I just, even whether she's lying or not isn't really relevant to me. I feel like I just don't want to be involved or support a company that is just always going through things. Like, it's just too much at some point, you know what I mean? Like, calm down. Like, it's too much. It's just stressful on me as a consumer to every time, you know, if I buy a Kat Von D product, I don't feel like having someone bashing me because she's an anti-vaxxer. Like, what? Like, I'm just trying to use some eyeliner. So I would rather just not be involved in it. And I'm using a controversial palette since we're talking about controversial stuff. My little Subculture. Everybody hated her, but I love her. Sis always does me good. I don't know if I just got like the second batch when supposedly, you know, the first batch was bad and patchy and whatever, and they made a new batch. I don't know. But all I know is that I love this palette. One day I'm going to learn my lesson with putting shadow in my inner corner. Every time I do it, my eyes just don't handle it well, and my eyes burn all day. But I just keep doing it. My cat is back, and she's knocking everything over. Go away! Mercedes, please. Go somewhere else. She's obviously not going to let me finish filming, so I guess I'm gonna end the video here, even though I'm not done my makeup and this is strange. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed my weird little mukbang video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.